What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Ark Survival Evolved. My name is Splattercat. I am here today to play Ark with you. As I just said, I just woke up. I don't know. This is one of those weird days where I just rolled out of bed straight into a computer chair, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to record some Ark today. In the previous episode, we had done a lot of work trying to get our dolphinas all ready along with our sharks, and I think in today's episode, the thing that I'd really like to do is it seems a little unfair to me when I tame something and then I don't go out and immediately use that. Like in the next episode, it kind of just like sits in the garage for a little while. And so in the interest of not giving myself any more garage pets, I figure we'll probably take the dolphina out for a spin. I've heard there's lots of scary stuff out in the water, and I would like to see that scary stuff. Now, if we end up dying in the ocean, it could be a very, very bad thing. And so what I'm thinking for right now, actually, let me take a look here. Take a look at my inventory and figure out what I've got with me. I should probably bring a pike along. I also think it might also be very, very wise to not bring along any stuff that's useful, because if I die down there, it's not going to be recoverable. On land, I can vaguely recover my stuff when I lose it, so long as I'm near some kind of landmark. But if we die underwater, that means that we've... What the hell is that noise? Parasaur, why are you being so creepy right now? Like, I don't know. Just hanging out on the beach, just having good old Parasaur time. I don't know, just making my Parasaur noises. Just trying to freak you out. I'm like, yeah, well, it worked. You freaked me out, buddy. Good for you. I figure, let's go back. Okay, so I need to re-equip first. I need to have, like, my Q moment where my character's like James Bond, and then I go up in here, I'm like, oh, we got this gadget that does this thing. Look, it's a pen that fires a little dart. I got to do all that Q-type stuff. That's what I mean right now. So I'm going to go up to the top here. Let's take a look in some of our boxes and see what I've got to bring along with me. So we'll jump in here. I should more than likely bring a pike. I think a torch is not going to be necessary if I'm underwater. I think a bow is probably not going to be necessary if I'm underwater either. The box is going to be full though, so that's insulting. We'll put that in there. That'll get rid of a little of our weight. I've noticed that our weight has been a tad high lately, and I don't mean to say that our character's fat or anything like that. I just mean that, unfortunately, carrying around guns and things of that nature tends to clog up the inventory pretty aggressively. I will more than likely bring along the metal pick and the metal hatchet just in case we find any oil nodes. I think that's what I'm going to be looking for right now, any oily residues down at the bottom of the ocean, so we can exploit those and bring those back to base, because I don't think I have a lot of oil right now, and what I would actually love to have is maybe 100, 200 oil so that I can start making beef jerky and some other things. They did drop a patch this week that put a couple new things into the game too. They brought dog kibble for your dinosaurs and a couple of other things into the game, but I haven't had a chance to play around with them yet, just because I've been really trying to stay away from Ark the last couple days because I've been feeling very burnt out about it. And so if people have been to the stream, you'll know that I talked about it for a little bit there. But I've been staying away from Ark the last couple days just because I don't want to burn it out. Like, I still want to play the game on the channel. I still want to enjoy it. What I have been considering doing right now, just a little bit of background for, like, me just sitting here in my chair right now. Let's say this isn't an episode for a second. Let's treat this like a video log for just a minute. I know my face isn't on screen. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, what I'm saying right now is that what I would like to ultimately do with this series, I think, is convert it into an online PvP series fairly soon, but that would require me to restart my character and level up all over again, and I'm still wrestling with the way that I'm going to transition in between, like, this character and one on a PvP server or something like that. I do think that lacking any sort of threat from other human beings on this is kind of getting a little bit, not boring, but I definitely think there's no threat left on the map to me. Like, my collection of dinosaurs can wipe out everything without any real threat to themselves. And so what I'd like to do, where did my dinos go? I think I left them over here somewhere, but when you leave them parked in this neighborhood, it can be, oh my god, mega chug. Okay, so anyways, let's go down, and they're out in the water here somewhere. Dinos, would you like to come hang out? I know you're not dinos. They're like, we're fish, asshole. I'm like, I know you're fish, but you get what I'm, that's probably them right there. Either that or it's possible that it might be, no, that's ours. I can see, I think, I see my dolphin right next to it. Pretty sure that's my dude. If his name pops up in just a minute, we'll know. That is creepy as hell. I don't know what it is about swimming up on a shark in the middle of the night. That shit is freaky. I don't know. It taps into something way deep down in primal, and it makes me feel bad. Very, very bad. So we've got Splash Nasty for right now. I am thinking that underwater exploration at night might not be the best plan. Oh my god, there's little fishies. What? What are you guys doing right now? What? We have a dolphina. This one's floating upside down. Dolphina, do you not feel well right now? Typically, what you're doing is a symptom of fishies that don't feel so good. A wild male ichthyosaurus. Huh. Cool. I wonder if it's worth it for me to sit here and just, like, feed the hell out of them and just love them. Love them like they deserve to be loved all day long, and also not drown from a lack of oxygen. To the surface. There we go. Let me get some air back real fast. Ah, that delicious oxygen right there. This oxygen tastes like salt and fish farts. Let's go back down to the bottom of the ocean. And I don't know if I should hang out with you. You look very, very dead, my friend. You look very dead. I don't know if it's worth it to sit here and tame these or not. But they're definitely doing some kind of weird... I kind of just want to take my Dolphuna out, and then we'll figure it out. My Dolphuna. Alright, so I'm going to go... Let's put health on you, because the last thing I want is for you to die. Training you took next to a lifetime, so... All these guys, that scared the hell out of me. Underwater sea creatures are scary. I'm probably just going to make him faster, actually, because his stamina seems to be alright. Everything else seems to be good. I believe... So they just hang out there next to my other fish. They feel no threat from a tame... Nash, you got to put that on notice right there. They feel no threat from you sitting there. The natural balance must be restored. Eat one of them. A sacrifice to remind them that the shark is stronger. The shark is stronger than the Dolphuna will. Alright, well, I kind of need to bring Gash along in case I get in a fight. So that's what I'm going to do. Wow, there's a whole bunch of Dolphunas. Considering just the other day I couldn't find any anywhere. It's a little bit insulting, but I'm sure it'll work out. Let us swim away! I think I wanted to do underwater exploration today. I'm going to stay a little bit near the surface. I think we're probably going to have a whole lot of problems with megalodons and things like that. But if we can avoid our shark getting stuck, we should be alright. Additionally, our Dolphuna is very, very fast. So the other problem that I think we're going to run into is it's really hard to see down here. They actually got that fuzzy thing going on that actually happens. Most games when you go underwater, it's like crystal clear and it's unnatural in a weird way. And so this game actually has the fuzzy graphic thing going on that you get when you go underwater. Honestly, if you go underwater, I guess we can assume that the ocean here is freshwater because we can harvest from it. But the point that I'm getting at, yes, let us breach the water right there. He looks so happy with himself. He's like, yay, I'm a tuna dolphin hanging out in the sea. It's great. Whap, whap. His eyes are a little bit red and bloodshot, though. Yeah, it's because I ate some killer edibles before we came out here. A little bit baked right now. Little bit baked right now. I'm like, is that going to affect your performance here on the job? Like, no, I'll be fine. It helps me focus. I think we'll be all right. Oh, he's stuck through the top of the water. That's weird. I'm trying to whistle underwater, but I don't think it's working very well. Hey, buddy, you want to come over here with me? Oh, that is obnoxious right there. How are they gonna be stuck in the water? He's not even stuck in anything right now. And I'm all by my lonesome. We gotta aggro something. Hey, you, Megalodon, come over here. He's like, huh? Okay, I'm gonna go check it out real fast. What's on that dolphin? Have like a solid snake moment. Then we'll come over here, and once he decides to come in and attack me, that's right. Come to my shack now. I'll be home soon. Come to my sharky. That should unstick him. Normally does. There we go. So, if ever you have a shark that gets stuck, just realize you can totally fix that pretty easily, actually, by getting your shark attacked by some other shark. By engaging in what is essentially the underwater equivalent of Michael Vick's Average Saturday with sharks. Can you still make Michael Vick jokes, or has he done his time and that doesn't count anymore? No! Don't sink, Sharky! I don't want to have to come all the way down and get you. Here. I'm going to go get some oxygen real fast, but I'm only going to kind of get oxygen so he doesn't get stuck again. Yeah, kind of get oxygen, but don't worry about it because I do actually need the meat. Wow, they got all kinds of rumpled and messed up once he killed... Are you, like, doing... My dolphin was moon swimming for a second. Anyways, let me jump off real fast. See if I can get myself some meaty goodness. Yeah, these things are fantastic for harvesting. But you kind of got... Wait, is there anything on his inventory? I was going to say, he probably shouldn't have anything in his inventory. He's way out in the middle of the ocean, so I doubt he's eaten anything lately. I don't know. The sharks out in the ocean are sort of like the shark peasants. The one near the shore, they eat like kings, but the ones that are way deep down in the ocean, they eat every now and again, but not very often. I'd like to look out for, like, I don't really know where I should be going with all this, but out to the sea seems like a good plan, right? It's so dark, though, and it's so, like, hard to see. There's some oil right there, so I'll probably grab that. Yes, come to me, oil. Get inside of my inventory so that I can lubricate all of the surfaces. Like, what surface are you talking about? I don't know all of the surfaces. I haven't selected any right now as of yet. I was just sort of saying that I wanted to lubricate some surfaces with your body. Like, okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's go, and what is this over? Okay, so we got a whole bunch of sharks down here. Shit's about to get super real if we hang out down here for too long. Like, how many sharks do we have to worry about? There's a couple of them aggroed on us. Is that a cave right there? It looks like a... Maybe. It's like an underwater archway / cave. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Where's my shark at? Gash Nasty. Oh my god, there's so many sharks over here. Okay, flee. Run away. There's like a fleet of sharks on this side. Apparently sharks have discovered the benefits of pack hunting. Why am I reflecting in the water hella huge? Swim for your life, Gash Nasty. We will not survive this. This is not an engagement that is long or short-term survivable, but I need oxygen right now. Ah, just me. Go ahead, fill your blowhole. Enjoy the bounty of the above-water land. Breathe it in. Snuffle it. It tastes so good. All right, back down to the bottom here. I wanted to look in there and see what it is. There should be other creatures out here somewhere, too. Oh, man. There's a shark out here. That's unfortunate. He looks meaner, too. He's a bit better camouflage for underwater combat. He's got like a darker skin set. I'm actually going to fight with him right now. It looks like my shark's doing... Hey, what do you want? You don't want none of that. You better figure it out. You better figure it out, buddy boy. Ow! You bit my Dolphuna. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Alright, swap targets. Hopefully Gash Nasty doesn't get dominated right here. It is a shark-on-shark battle, so, you know, it may not go well for him. I can help out a little bit with my Dolphuna, but not that much. I should probably focus fire and try to help with this one for... Oh, man, there's like 3 of them. Oh, no. Okay, so we killed a Megalodon right there. I gotta go back up to the surface real fast for oxygen, and then we'll dive back down and help him in a minute once I get my air back. Alright, here we go. So many sharks down here, so little time. Did he kill that one too, or is it bugged? It looks like it might be bugged. Let's get in here. Yeah! Destroy that shark, Dolphuna. Oh, don't get stuck, though. Don't get stuck. That's a bad idea. Okay, so it looks like we killed like 100 sharks down here. Are there any more sharks? If there are more, I don't support this at all. I've heard there are big creatures in the water, and you gotta watch out for them. I'm gonna harvest this dude right now. It's gonna be delicious because I need all of them meats. They also put in like an industrial barbecue or something like that from what I remember. Like, it said in the patch notes that now they've got this thing that allows you to barbecue like 8 meats or 10 meat stacks at the same time. Should be pretty cool. Meat stack. Sounds like a character from some random cartoon, a stoner cartoon. Like, I am the meat stack. It looks like... Do I have time for this? I don't have time for this. Let's go back up to the surface real quick. Nash Nasty, you just killed like a whole bunch of your compatriots. How do you feel? In defense of a creature that normally would be your prey. How are you feeling right now? Do you want to speak to the news? On Channel 10 Live? Let's go ahead and stop right here. A little bit more oxygen for me. No! Don't get stuck, Sharky. Don't get stuck. A little bit more oxygen. Now we good, G. Now we good, G. It looks like there's a couple more sharks over there. I'm going to go harvest this one first, though. We could actually get stuck fighting a lot of sharks down in here if we're not careful. Like, they are everywhere. They may want to lower the prevalency of the megalodons in the water. I do think that's one of the things in the game right now that tends to be a little bit wonky, is that the spawn rates are too high. And I know you can adjust those on your server. But still, naturally, when it comes to hunting and trying to tame things and find things, it was more of like an exception rather than the rule. Typically, I think how earliest tribes tame things is they would just find like a baby animal whose parent had been killed by some other thing, or maybe they had hunted the parent and the baby came to them. They were like, it might be useful to have this super awesome carnivore on my team wearing my jersey. And so that's what they did. Still, the hell is that over there? Oh, it's the... Okay. It's just being weird. Never mind. That is such a freaky feeling. I do not like having a pet shark. It does not strike me as a creature that really has my... Ah, you're so close. It does not strike me as a creature that's going to be thinking about my well-being very frequently. He's going to be like, well, I am kind of hungry right now, and you are kind of little and bite-sized. I could just take like a little nibble, you know, it's not like a big deal. Just like a little piece off the side. Like, there's plenty of parts on your anatomy that you don't need. Just feed me one of those, you know, it's all good. Like, no, it is not all good. Ooh. Oil vein, get inside my backpack. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Dolphuna. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. I'm definitely thinking that a smart plan for me is going to be to continue putting more points into oxygen, because if we're going to do underwater exploration, I think that in the long term, it's going to be super beneficial to be able to stay underwater longer and longer and longer. For right now, I think I have... I'm not exactly sure how many points I have in it. I think I put like 4 or 5 level ups into oxygen just because I knew I was going to be going underwater at some point. That shark is on us right now. No! Leave me alone, Sharky. Swim away up to the surface because I need oxygen. I also need more oil, so we'll be right back down at the bottom in a second. Right back after this commercial break for breathing. I love breathing. It's the greatest thing ever. It's probably the activity that I do most, in all fairness. if I was really objectively evaluating the things that I do on a daily basis, I think breathing's pretty high up on the list. You're still aggroed? Really? Well, you're determined. You're persistent. I'll give you that, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's so many of them. Oh, my God. They're everywhere. All right, Nash Nasty. This is all you. Who are you attacking right now, buddy? You're attacking that one right there. All right, I'm going to help. Yeah, get dealt with. I think he's going to need an assist on this one. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. We are taking some damage, though. Nash Nasty, you got this. Hold down the fort, buddy. Hold down the fort. Okay, so who are you attacking? You're attacking that one. Ah! Bite the tail! Kick him in the balls! I don't know if you could do that underwater. Okay, so we got one down. I'm going to go back up to the surface for oxygen. These underwater fights are prevalent. Like, they are all over the place. There we go. Back down. We got to help Nash out, though. He still needs backup. A couple more sharks remaining. We've killed 2. Oh, he disengaged. Okay, well, that was an interesting decision. That's not something that I would think a shark would do. I mean, technically, that is what sharks do, though. They tend to bite human beings, and then they'll just be like, ah, whatever, because we don't taste good, I guess. I don't know if that's insulting or not, to say that a human being doesn't taste good. I've never eaten one, so I wouldn't know. I think he's doing all right now, but he's got to be taking some damage. There's no way that he's not taking some attrition. I think that assisting with these kills is probably what's making it so that we survive. Added 2 raw meat right there. I don't know if the Dolphuna does good damage, though. That's something that I've never actually tested. I don't know what the exact point amount is that he deals. For example, with the T-Rex, they tend to deal a lot. Dolphuna looks like he gets it done, though. Yeah, there it is. Splash Nasty got it done. Splash Nasty doing that deal. Actually, it looks like that shark ate somebody. That's crazy. Shark, you so cray-cray. All right, so let's get this all done, and then I'm going to go back down to the bottom and we'll harvest off those as well. This has been a pretty fun adventure. We haven't even made it that far, though. That's the really worrying part. Are you doing donuts around me right now? He's like, yep, shark donuts. I mean, I guess you can call them show nuts, but that sounds kind of dirty. That sounds like the sort of thing you would say as like a comeback to somebody. They'd be like, hey, you coming to the bank with me? And you'd be like, show nuts. And they'd be like, oh, you got me. I don't know. It kind of sounds like one of those D's nuts type things. All right, Megalodon, you got anything on you? Nope, nothing on you. Let's go ahead and grab that. 2 prime meats. Oh, yeah. Only 2 things I like in prime, Optimus and meat. Got nothing on you. I always check because you never know. Sometimes they have things that you want. This game needs flippers or like dive gear or something so you can swim faster and also so you can breathe underwater for a little bit. Like a dive tank or something like they have in Subnautica. Wouldn't be too hard to add. One of those things give you like an extra oxygen tank or something. Add something to your HUD maybe. There we go. A little bit more meat right there. You gents, are you still with me? You're following Splash Nasty. All right. Got to jump back up on my trusty steed and go back up to the surface. My Aquaman steed. Oh, I shit underwater. The ocean is forever unclean. We've destroyed it. We've destroyed it. Wonder how many things, like, you really think about it. The ocean is basically just a giant toilet bowl. Like, everything that swims in the ocean also shits in the ocean. It just seems like a given fact. And so you would assume that the ocean would be full of all kinds of gross shit, especially once you got down to the bottom, like all the sinkers. Ew. I wouldn't think there'd be a lot of floaters because, fiber-heavy diets and all that, but the sinkers in here. Like, why is the bottom of the ocean so poo-like? And I'd be like, I'm going to give you a hint. It's because the bottom of the ocean is mostly poo. Where did my shark go? Sharky? He's stuck inside the world again. Stuck in a world with you. So, Sharky, you want to get unstuck for a second? Huh? See, it doesn't even look like he should be stuck right there. They need to basically add maybe like a breaching animation that goes off if they're stuck right here for too long, where they'll just be like, phew, and jump up into the air, and it like reinserts them down below. Or maybe if they could put in a test in the coding for that right there, where if immobile, you find that it's stuck against some clipping plane or something like that. I know they changed the terminology lately. Somebody informed me the other day during a stream that they're not called clipping planes anymore. But anyways, when they get stuck, it should be fairly simple to put in just a rudimentary check for that, so that if anything detects... Oh, good, there's another one over here. Hey, you asshole, come here. Hey. You giant sharky twit, get over here. That's right. I'm talking shit right now, and I've got glowing, terrifying hell eyes. What is he doing? I'm just going to keep biting you then until you do what I tell you to do. Huh. Apparently, oh man, my prime meat's spoiled. That's disappointing. Got this oil vein spooging into the darkness. It's disgusting. Brutal. Oil leaks and BP's not even here. How weird is that? Normally, you'd expect BP to be somewhere around here. They'd be like, well, We corrupted 900% of the ocean. But we're really sorry. We didn't mean it. We totally didn't mean it. We were just in search of ridiculous record-breaking profits at the expense of the environment. You know. I mean, we could have put checks and balances in play, but we figured the money was better spent not doing it. Let's go, and I should probably not say things like that considering I'm a geologist and that could very much impact my future. If you don't know this, if you're a geologist and you talk shit about oil companies, they run everything, and so you can end up getting yourself into some deep duty with regards to employment, and it gets around. In general, that's one of the reasons why none of the teachers at my college would talk shit about the oil industry, even though you knew they all had feelings about it, because they knew someday they might be beholden to those companies for work. It's a slippery slope. I don't think it's a slippery slope. It's a shitty situation to be in, though. Sharky, get unstuck right now. I demand that you get unstuck, and I can't even unstick him. Where are some other sharks at? I need to drag a shark back over here to unstick him. This is really sort of coming back up for oxygen. I think I'm going to have to do it like a safer way. Dolphuna, can you help me? You're not very violent, though. Oh, look, they're making out. Dolphuna, love. I don't see any other sharks. We did a pretty good job of de-sharking the entire environment. Sharkies, you out here? I see something big right there. Hey, you. That's right, you big shiny underwater dick. Get over here. Hey. Sharky. You want to come hang out with me? You want to come hang out with my shark? Come, oh no, I'm suffocating. Hold on. Let me take care of that real fast. Ah, no longer suffocating. There we go. And then I think my shark is over here, so I gotta drag him back with me. And we'll get him attacked in just a second. For right now, I think I'm gonna continue underwater exploring in the next episode. It's a little bit troublesome because there's so many bad guys around that it becomes difficult to sort of like make it that far. However, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop trying. We're gonna try and go down and see an underwater cave. I figure it'll probably be bugged like every other cave that I've been in during this entire playthrough. That was actually one of the biggest disappointments to me, is that we don't get to explore caves and have fun with them because all of our caves are broken. Hell is that noise? New music. Alright, well, I'm going to drag him back to my shark. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Hopefully, I'll be able to accomplish something there. We're trying to mine out some oil, and I think that's probably the same thing we're going to do in the next episode. I will see you later. Hi, do everybody.